Hello. So, first off, I apologize for not streaming like this for a few days. There are three reasons. One, I've been trying to catch up on sleep. Two, there is some burnout going on, which I need to confront, and I gotta get that all taken care of. Three, ow! I hurt my ankle at work. You don't see the bruising of it much, but it was definitely quite bruising. What just happened? What the fuck just happened? That what? Okay, that was weird. So yes, I really hurt myself at work. So I'm not going to go into detail on it at this moment. I will get into detail in the future about what happened because I do believe that work is definitely looking at this. This obviously is not my fault. But I will say this though. Throughout the history of my being in work, you know, doing the workforce, there have been two significant days where I injured myself. Um, One day, I was working in a gas station. I was trying to put cartons of cigarettes away up into their proper positions. I misstepped on the ladder and I heard a crack when my right foot went down on the floor. And I'm thinking, oh no. And then when I try to get up and try to stand, I couldn't stand. So I had to call, of course, my boss at the time, let him know, let her know, hey, I possibly might have broken my ankle. She immediately came in, called for a replacement, take me to the hospital. And this was before I smoked weed, thankfully, because she was the one that was able to pay off all the medical stuff on their part. And I don't have to worry about paying anything. Now, I will say this for this case, though. So let me tell you something about how my foot healed from the when I almost broke my ankle. Thankfully, there was nothing broken; it was just sprained. But definitely hurt walking for at least 3 days, and then about after the third day, everything seems great. This, however, today, I would definitely have to say this is definitely worse than the one in Murphy's. Definitely worse. Still, nothing's broken. It's just the bruising is gnarly. And not only that, I think, in my opinion, through experience, the pain that I had uh, for Murphy's was nowhere as close as what happened a few days ago. And yeah, ooh, like I'll say this, like the moment it happened, it's like all it's like it happened within a few seconds, and then when I caught myself, that's when the pain really, really starts. Like I was so much in pain that I almost threw up. Yeah, that's how much pain I was in. But yeah, that was a very gnarly injury. And I'll say this tops all the burns that I have ever had at work currently. This tops every single burn. Because I'll say this throughout my entire life, I have never broken a bone. Knock on wood on that. But yes, I've never broken a bone. It's always been sprained. It's always been a sprain, no fractures, no breaks, just sprains. And of course, bruises. So it is still hurting a little bit, but yesterday hurt a little bit more than it should. But today it's actually doing well. The only time it hurt is when I did that. So it's still slightly sore. For me, when it comes for this, ouch. This, like I said, the Murphy one took about 3 to 4 days to heal. This is going to take about 2 weeks to a month to heal. This is going to take 2 weeks to a month. So, to all of you who has experienced sprained ankles or is currently going through sprained ankles right now, try your best to walk as much as you can. Don't overextend your foot. It will aggravate it a lot more. If you need something to help, like try to stretch your feet, don't overextend it. You just have to massage it pretty much. You have to massage your foot to make sure that you are doing good. And of course, usually take your usual ibuprofen. Have some ice pack. Put it on your sprained ankle. So that's what has happened with the past few days. Um, so, you know what? Yeah, tomorrow is going to be. Oh, yeah. Tomorrow is going to be a very significant, severe weather day. So, once I get. I mean, I have a feeling it might start around the time I'm at work or I'm out of work. And if it still hasn't started when I'm out of work and I'm home, then we're starting the stream and get things ready for the storm. Um, if the storm has passed by the time I'm home, we will be doing a very special stream for a special somebody. And it's a bit overdue on it, so I might as well get it done. Um, if in case the storm does hit and has passed us after work. That is good to the editor on the computer. So, for the past couple of streams, you've been witnessing my comeback on doing the ASMR stream things. Now, I apologize for the last one because stupid me slept and forgot to turn off the stream. So 3 hours of it is nothing. Pretty much no sound, no nothing. So at one point, I have to fix that. And thankfully, YouTube has an editor thing where I can just shorten it to where the thing ends and it'll end there. So, um, and I've mentioned about this before. I'm currently confronting my burnout for streaming because, well, I do want to continue streaming, but so much is going on with life right now that is making me more so focused on getting life things taken care of instead of streaming. Uh, and this is not the first time this has happened. Uh, it's been my biggest weakness when it comes to trying to consistently make content is burnout. Um, even the biggest gap of me not making any content is because of burnout. Um, and I've disappointed quite an amount of people, going through burnout um, when I haven't made any type of content for the past few years until last year. And man, you would think that for me, you know, ever since my mom and dad tragically passed, uh, that I would suffer a really bad case of burnout when that happened. But thankfully, I did not suffer it because I wasn't working as much back then. Now I'm working a hell of a lot, like almost full time hours. So trying to do streaming is a little bit difficult, especially when I have to figure out about sleep. Okay. Today, for weed smoking, we have galactic warheads. Galactic warheads. Uh, right. Ooh. Eric's coming down to the bathroom.
What's a little hunting a little bit on the bed? You want your speaker?
Oh yeah, speaker.
And to flush the toilet?
Oh, yeah. Alright. So, when our morning streams happen, here's the rundown. 9 o'clock, I get dressed halfway. 9:30, I think. I mean, either way, I'm gonna check on my hubby anyway, either which way. And 10 o'clock, the stream is over at 10 o'clock. Now, obviously, there will not be a stream tonight because I have to go to work at 8 in the morning tomorrow. And more than likely, there will not be a morning stream because, well, I need to have some sleep. So, for in this case, when I come back from work tomorrow, if the storm doesn't pass, the stream focus will be the storm. If the storm has passed, then we'll do that special stream for that special somebody. Oh, guys, I can't believe that I'm actually saying this, but coming up, we might have to mow the lawn. Yeah, mow the lawn. We haven't said that in a long time. But yeah, I'm gonna have to mow the lawn coming up. It's actually getting to that point. We're having a very abnormal warm, like early spring right now. I mean, it is spring, but in this state where I'm at, it's very abnormal to be warm in April. Like really warm in April. Like it would start getting really warm in late April to May, based on how things go when it comes for gardening. So yeah, it's abnormally warm for this season, this spring season. Which means, yes, I have to figure out how I'm mowing the lawn. At least we'll have to mow the front lawn. Because the back is. Yeah. Eric wasn't kidding on it. Damn.
In terms of like longevity, I don't think that a casket match with Darby Allin really helps the longevity.
Oh, no, it definitely doesn't. I mean, I think it still is taking time off my career. Yeah, that one was rough. That was easily the scariest moment of my career. The coffin's closed, the lid is shut. I have no clue what's happening. If I'm going to get hit, when I'm going to get hit. Thank God the match is over. That was extremely painful. But also, I'm alone in this box. No one's talking to me. It's not like I have something in my ear. And then here comes this body crashing through this box and it's landing right on my knees. And I'm in the fetal position, which is not something you want to be in, just to be crammed in the box. Anyways, that was the scariest thing for me.
In terms of like longevity, I don't think that a casket match with Darby Allin really helps the longevity.
Oh, no, it definitely doesn't. I mean, I think it still is taking time off my career. Yeah, that one was rough. That was easily the scariest moment of my career. The coffin's closed, the lid is shut. I have no clue what's happening, if I'm going to get hit, when I'm going to get hit. Thank God the match is over. That was extremely painful. But also, I'm alone in this box. No one's talking to me. It's not like I have something in my ear. And then here comes this body crashing through this box and it's landing right on my knees. And I'm in the fetal position, which is not something you want to be in, just to be cramped.
The video of Stone Cold getting the 5 stunners, you don't go down.
You know what's funny? That is Steve working me to make me a giant. I earned Steve's respect. And I love him. I mean, my God, I love that dude to death. I would call him every day if I know it wouldn't irritate him. We can talk hunting and guns, cars, you know, then I'll wear them out. So I use my Stone Cold time preciously because I love the dude to death. But I FaceTimed him one day and he goes, God damn, dude, what are you doing? I was like, see what you do? He goes, dudes don't FaceTime dudes. Hang up, call me back, bring it right. No, the dudes don't FaceTime dudes. Okay. Listen, I'll see my friend. Hey man, what's going on? Okay. Note to self. Dudes do not FaceTime dudes. I've got that. That might be a book.
The video of Stone Cold getting the 5 stunners, you don't go down.
You know what's funny? That is Steve working me to make me a giant. I earned Steve's respect. And I love him. I mean, my God, I love that dude to death. I would call him every day if I know it wouldn't irritate him. And we can talk hunting and guns, cars, you know, out. So I use my Stone Cold time preciously because I love the dude to death. But I FaceTimed him one day and one goes,
Did you know there's a band that basically pretends to be Linkin Park and they're selling out arenas? They're called Hybrid Theory. And they started in Portugal as a few friends playing Linkin Park songs for fun. At first they played small bars and local shows, but people quickly noticed something. Their performances have the same intensity and emotion that made Linkin Park so powerful. And what's even crazier, their lead singer sounds just like Chester Bennington. Every scream, every note, every pause hits like the real thing, like Chester's back on stage. As their reputation grew, they even shared the stage with Chester's first band, Great Days. For the crowd, it feels like the old Linkin Park is alive again, and hearing Chester's voice one more time. Even Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach saw them live and said, "These guys are legit." Did you know there's a band that basically pretends to be Linkin Park and they're selling out arenas? They're called Hybrid Theory. And they
Hybrid Theory.
Okay, so before I proceed with this run, I'm going to explain my setup because I don't know if it will be considered cheating or something. I don't know.
WrestleMania 42 is next weekend, back at the scene of the crime.
It's late.
Woo! We got a movie scene reaction today. I'm gonna have some fun with we got a request from the beautiful Chanel. They took me back to this movie scene with Samuel Jackson. And I just searched it up and I found it. So I'll go and watch both pictures.
Oh, great. Coming back up there. Oh.
So we're not streaming when we get home, or when we get home, or
Yeah, we're not streaming when we get home. But for tonight, but I will be streaming when I get home tomorrow.
did you pay the internet?
I did not.
Gotta do that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I know cups anyway.
Hmm.
We love you.
I love you.
Like I said, I know you'll be up sooner to be like, hey.
More likely than Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, guys. Tinnitus. The high pitched sound in your ear. You probably don't hear it on your end, but I definitely heard it on mine. AKA tinnitus. Oh. Ooh. Longtime television network QVC is filing for bankruptcy. The good old times of shopping through the TV is dying. QVC, Home Shopping Network. No, HGTV is a home and garden TV show. Or a TV channel, pretty much. Yep, Home Shopping Network. American free-to-air television network owned by the QVC Group. Oh no. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, and Shop at Home. Yeah. And one of the biggest guys around in the Shop at Home was Don West. He was the biggest sales pitchman in Shop at Home, and in pretty much any type of a home shopping network. And when he was done with that, he became one of the main voices for Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. Out of every single wrestling announcer, commentator out there, he is the most underrated and most beloved commentator for wrestling, besides JR. I mean, I would say even more beloved than JR, to be honest. He is definitely missed. He passed away tragically of cancer, I do believe, or it's either cancer or is a different type of a medical issue that he had and succumbed to it.
That one's crazy. Yes, it is. Now, coming up next is something crazy. SJ718 is going to be the next item number. SJ718. And, folks, I'm here to tell you that this next deal is the craziest package I have ever seen. Period. The craziest package I have ever seen. I'm going to give you 3 boxes. 3 boxes of the 91-92 Upper Deck Bilingual. All right? There's an average of 15 to 20 Jordan cards per box. We're going to give you 3 boxes of the 91-92 Upper Deck. Now, let me just make sure that this is what. I want to make sure that this is what we're getting. 7 and 90 vending and 19. That is a cool deal. Box special like you wouldn't believe. SF4393. We're going to start you off with a 1987 top set. Factory set. We got a 1990 Fleer factory set. We got a 1989 Fleer factory set. We got a 1994 Upper Deck Collector's Choice factory set. We got a 1991 Score factory set. We've got a 1990 Upper Deck, a 1992 Donruss
Factory set.
We've got a 1988 Donruss factory set. We've got a 1990 Donruss factory set. We got a 91 Donruss factory set.
Factory
We
set.
got a 1989 Topps factory set. We got a 1987 Fleer
Factory set.
1987 Fleer. We got a 1988 Fleer
Factory set.
We got a 1990 Score
Factory set.
We got a 1991 Fleer. Make sure to keep this from falling here. Everything's falling, guys. This is a wall of cards. Factory set. We got a 1990 Topps vending box looking for Frank Thomas rookies. Right there. We got a 1985. How long has it been since we've had this? A 1985 Topps traded. But that's not all. We've got a 1987 Topps vending box. And then, just because we can, we've got a 1987 red box with over 1,300 cards. A 1987 Topps rack box with over 1,300 cards. Are you ready for this, gang? We're going to give you the jumbo box, the vending boxes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 factory sets, 17, 18 vending boxes, and a rack box. 19 sets and boxes, barely $10 a set. Barely $10 a set. Are you ready for this? $199. 19 sets, including 1987 Fleer. Now, I'm going to get a price guide out and book these out because this one here, we can actually book, and it is going to blow your mind when you see what this deal literally goes for. The 1987 Fleer alone on this, the 1987 Fleer set alone is over $50. 87 Topps rack, 87 Topps factory set, 89 Topps factory set, got 87 and 90 vending, and 1985 Topps traded. Like
Moments ago, as we saw, TNA founder Jeff Jarrett did it. He used his power. He stepped up to the plate. Later tonight here on Impact, it's the contract signing for the match that we all want to see. Sting, Kurt Angle at Destination X. That's because of one man. That's because of Jeff Jarrett.
Mike, while you're in ass-kissing mode, why don't you kiss Sting's ass as well?
Excuse me?
You heard me. Why don't you go in the back, man? Ask Sting to pull his pants down and plant one on him, too. What are you talking about? Oh, man, don't act stupid. You know what this is about. You know exactly what this is about.
I don't know what this is about. You want to educate me?
You want it right here? I'll be more than happy to educate you. In fact, I'll educate you, and I'll educate everybody else here. There's something needs to be said. I'll tell you, Mike, you and I have been best friends for almost 7 years. We've done everything together. We called every single match in TNA. I've been to your house. You've been to my house several times. Our wives are best friends.
Hey, Don, what's this all about?
Let me finish, please. Let me finish. A few days ago, TNA management held some meetings, folks. And one of the many topics of those meetings was my future here at this announce table. And Mike, today, I heard you were at that meeting.
Says who?
Just let me finish. You were at that meeting, and you said nothing in my defense. When your best friend's topic came up, you had nothing to say. You were neutral. Neutral. You wouldn't pick a side. Let me tell you something, people. You put this man on a pedestal. You did. You put him here. But I found out about this man. You're nothing but a selfish prick. You could have done the right thing, but you didn't have the balls. And I'll tell you something. I don't know what my future holds, but I know one thing. Now, you know what? I know two things. Number one, our friendship never be the same. And number two, you can take this microphone and shove it up your ass.
Darby Allin won the AEW World Championship, and boy, does this bother quite a few people. Look, I get the whole, like, he's a 150-pound guy, and you try to tell me he's the one that, even though it's, fantasy, that he's the one that's above all the other 200 to 300-pound muscle-bound jocks. He's the champion amongst them. What sense does that make? That's the whole fantastical part of it. And that kind of leads into the whole end of things being like, I hear one of the big criticisms being like, well, MJF just beat Burger King, he just beat Kenny Omega, he just beat Samoa Joe. How does it make him look now that he just got jobbed out, squashed quickly by a guy that's half the size of those guys I just mentioned? That's the part of the storytelling that I really, really like. And I want to focus on what I really like about this, not so much just on the fact that it's so unbelievable that his size, is beating up the guy that beat up the other guys twice as big. The whole thing of it is MJF is looking at this as, you aren't in my league. You don't deserve to fight me. You can't be. Like, he has that level of arrogance about everyone else, but he still takes his opponent seriously. He doesn't take Darby Allin seriously. And that's the difference here. He fought on his laurels. When he's fighting Samoa Joe and Kenny Omega, anyone else, like Broken King, etc., like I mentioned before, he's fighting because he's taking it seriously. He didn't take this fight seriously. He slept on it. And that's the whole irony that made this so much more incredible for Darby Allin, because Darby Allin, every single one of his matches, you can watch them all, he gets his ass kicked 80% of the match. But this, all of a sudden, he was in control for 95% of the match. He kicked Max's ass. Like, that's the most unforeseen circumstance beyond him just winning the belt. And I don't know, I just saw it as a really good storytelling. Now, this is something I don't want this to be like a title reign that goes into Wembley or something like that. It's a one and done thing that's probably what it's going to be. But I have no problem with it. I don't. I know. I mean, there's criticisms to be made with it. I get that the suspension of disbelief is really more the thing here. But I don't know. I mostly like this. As long as it's kind of a short, like if they make him just like a guy that holds the belt for a year, I'm like, oh, okay, this is getting a little too out. Anyways,
Yeah.
Darby Allin's the champion.
I would say at least he will have that belt for at least until Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing, he will lose the belt. If he somehow manages to win past Double or Nothing, then man, they're really pushing it. But yeah, after 7 long, gruesome years, Darby Allin is finally AEW champion. Yeah, Darby Allin is AEW World Champion. Yes, you've heard me said that correctly. And I get it. How the match was, definitely there's a lot of criticism for. I mean, of course, MJF just had amazing matches against Omega, Page, Joe, freaking Brody King. Amazing matches. Now, all of a sudden, Darby Allin squashes him within 2 to 5 minutes. But as I think as he mentioned, the arrogance caught up to him. He wasn't taking it seriously, storyline wise. And yeah, that's how he lost. But another thing is that MJF did a low blow to Darby. Darby bit back with a low blow of his own. And MJF is definitely going to be ranting and raving on that. Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh no. Are they going to do like, back in WCW times, whenever, the controversial Starcade, the ref fucked everything up to the point where Bret Hart had to make the count? Yeah, the ref fucked everything up in that match. I mean, everything up. Because it was supposed to be a very slow count. No, it was supposed to be a fast count, but he did his usual slow count and kicked out. So yeah, he fucked everything up. Got Bret Hart involved and made the count 1, 2, 3 for Sting to win the championship. And then when the next week came in, of course, there was a lot of controversy about making that decision. So because that, things got really out of hand, we have decided to go ahead and take the belt away from you. And it would have to be a rematch between the two of you. Yeah, and that's where Hulk Hogan got. I think Hulk Hogan got the belt back, or Sting got the belt back, one of the two. But yeah, it could end like that. I know WCW times. Sting relinquishes title. Vacated after Starrcade 97.
We've just witnessed the footage. Now it's time for the decision from the WCW Executive Committee.
Well, Mike, we promised everyone that tuned in to watch Thunder on TBS that they would have a chance to see the footage, which you have, and I'm sure each of you has formulated your own personal opinion, but the burden of making a binding decision has fallen upon the Executive Committee, and that decision has been made. And at this time, before announcing the decision, I would like to call Hollywood Hulk Hogan to the ring.
The footage we saw a moment ago was Eric Bischoff kicking JJ in the back and then in the head. And for JJ to throw them out is a very brazen thing to do, a very bold thing to do, I might say. Very confident that justice is going to prevail here.
That it was Godzilla's face. Bring the bell. Well, that's good if no other reason that he made reference to Sting as the current champion.
He's the world champion, professional wrestling world champ. There's never been a more deserving man ever.
And notice, Tony, there's no NWO spray painted on that piece of gold.
Look at James J. He don't look happy. This is wrestling history, fans, right here.
Mike, this has been a crazy 10 days, very stressful 10 days. Like you said, we had to make a decision. The decision has been made. It's final, and it's binding. We attempted to be fair to both parties. We looked at that footage forwards, backwards. We looked at still frames. And the conclusion that we've come to is that effective immediately, the title is being held up.
What?
Wow. The championship is vacant until we can come to some decision as to what to do from here.
What a freak out. Look at the face of Sting.
And Sting, I need for you to give me the championship belt.
It's a horrible.
I mean, yeah. Like, say, hey, some things happen and everything else. Of course, both guys, both guys did the, did the low blow. So, after, and of course, MJF would have to complain to Tony Khan and any executives and everything else. And just like what happened to Sting in Starrcade, and they could go up to and say, hey, we looked through the footage numerous times and we've made a decision. At this point, we're going to have to hold the title until we have some sort of reasonable conclusion. And Darby, I would like for you to give me the belt. And pretty much it'll lead up to what's going to happen in Double or Nothing. That, I think, is what's going to happen. Give it the Sting treatment. It's exactly what happened to Sting in WCW. It could happen to that route. I see it. Okay. He's home, so no keys, because he's home.
Jello Beats, holla at me. Jello Beats, holla at me. Jello.
America, get Dritz, Kim, in the carrot, Turkey, Portugal, Iraq, Greece, China, Italy, Spain, Israel, Japan, India, Man, Thailand, Argentina, America, get.
Let's go. 10%.
Latiao.
50%.
Latiao.
70%.
Latiao.
100%.
Latiao.
1%. Let's go. 10%.
Latiao.
Biet.
Italiano. Costa Rica.
Momo Bima.
Cuba.
Cuba.
Japan. Asia. Italiano. Costa Rica. Cuba. Japan. Asia. Italiano. Costa Rica. Cuba. Japan.
9:40. 10 minutes, not bad. We're back. We're back. Back.
You gave my wife a pile driver. No, you took Christian's watch, and in his world, that's worse than pile driving a wife. There's three things that you don't mess with when it comes to Christian. It's his watch, it's his wine, and it's his women. In that order. But FTR, on Dynamite, you came out and you said that while you're tag team champions, that we
Who was your most difficult interview ever? I had one guest who was just from the start just rude, and that person is MJF. MJF ordered room service during our interview. I'm like, we're halfway through the interview, and what? But not only did the room service come, he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, you got here early. No, it was like, oh, this is right on time. I'm hungry. And then he started eating it during the interview. Like, that's so in character. That's so perfect. It's in character, but it's also, I think, just who Max is a little bit as a person. Was he like that when the cameras weren't rolling? So you know how they say in wrestling, like, the best character is like, you turned up to 11? Yeah. I feel like Max is just that at 10 all the time, and then maybe he turns it up a little bit more or not. One more notch. He threw a piece of toast in my head. Who was your most difficult interview ever? 69 me, done. 69 me, save me. Done, save me. And Max, 3 days, bitch. It's not gonna be about making friends. I have a cat. I don't need anymore. It happens to be the capital of Thailand. Obviously, it's It's Bangkok, baby. 69 me, done. 69 me, save me. Done, save me.
The song 647 will officially be in the Backrooms movie.
There was a period where you wrestled in a baseball cap. How did Vince McMahon allow that even?
Boys go to college. What do you want?
HDS, sir. And how are you this afternoon? All righty then. I have a package
for you. That's fine, sir. I can finish the rest. You just have yourself a good day. Take care now. Bye-bye.
You, I said, yeah.
Did you know China forced Metallica to cut one of their most iconic songs before they could even step on stage? When they were preparing to play there in 2013, the government made them submit every lyric in advance, and Master of Puppets got flagged, even though on the surface it's just this aggressive, fan-favorite track that always hits live. But the lyrics about control and pulling your strings were seen as too subversive, because anything that even slightly sounds like questioning power doesn't really fit a system where media is tightly controlled. So if they wanted the shows to happen at all, the song had to go, and they chose to play along instead of canceling on tens of thousands of fans. So the song never made the set list, but during his solo, Kirk Hammett still dropped the riff in with no lyrics, and everyone there instantly knew what he was playing. Did you know China forced Metallica?
What just happened? There were so many different ways this could have gone. There were so many different results that were on my bingo card. The only thing that I never could have predicted was Darby Allin becoming AEW World Champion in a 2-minute squash match. I am not even remotely mad about this. I am still just feeling pure shock. I actually went into this episode not really sure if I wanted Darby Allin to win. I was honestly thinking, of all people, Darby Allin deserves a bigger stage to win the big one. But then as the night went on, AEW actually did a really good job kind of changing the one issue I had. They started off with Darby Allin cutting an amazing promo, one that literally brought him to tears, talking about how this is literally all he wants and he's either going to fail or succeed as Darby Allin, but the one thing he's never going to do is change. He's bled for this company, he's put his body on the line for this company, he climbed Mount Everest and planted the flag at the top of the world, and then as if that didn't set the stage enough, freaking Sting shows up. He catches him backstage right before he's heading out to the match to give him some final words of encouragement. And so at this point, it already feels like, okay, maybe Darby's actually going to win this. But that also corrects the one issue I had, which was that this didn't feel like a big enough stage for Darby to win his first big title. At that point, it felt like we were walking into another pay-per-view. However, my brain was so ready at this point and locked in, ready to root for Darby and ready to watch MJF and Darby just tear the house down, that like a 2-minute match with 4 finishers was the last thing my brain was even remotely prepared for. Which again, I'm not at all upset that Darby won. I wanted him to win this so bad, especially with the way they presented it tonight. There's just no way I was expecting it to happen like that. And this leaves me in a place where I feel like I just need a little bit more time to digest the episode as a whole. Because while I am so happy for Darby Allin, like not just the character, the performer, the dude has put so much on the line, you can't make an argument that anybody really cares about this business or this company more than he has shown that he does. He genuinely just deserves it so much. But I can't help but walk away from that match feeling like we kind of missed out on something. It's really not a big deal, and it's probably going to lead to a rematch where we are going to get that banger. I just still feel so shocked. Genuinely, regardless, congratulations, Darby Allin. You really do deserve this moment, dude. What just happened? There were so many different ways this could have gone. There were so many different results that were on my bingo card. The only thing that I never could have predicted.
Yeah, MJF loses to Darby Allin within 2 minutes. 2 minutes, man. That's crazy. And, like, yeah, Darby Allin's the champ because of it.
are some YouTubers who got permanently banned. Copy Lane, a very familiar face. He is the #1 biggest TikToker in the world, but he got terminated on YouTube. He got banned for re-uploading his content from TikTok, amassing him 5 million subscribers and 2.4 billion views in 4 months. And the reason why he got banned from YouTube is because it wasn't him. It was an impersonator. And it wasn't just one of them. It was a bunch of them. All of them having millions upon millions of subscribers. But anyways, next. This next YouTuber is somebody called It's Owen. He had 3.5 million subscribers when he got terminated. And the reason why he got terminated is because he leveraged the death of another fallen YouTuber who goes by the name Technoblade. He used his death as clickbait to get views with a video called Mr. Beast's Final Goodbye to Technoblade. But Mr. Beast never had a final goodbye to Technoblade. It was fake. And because of this, YouTube terminated him instantly. Isn't that crazy? Also, don't click this. Here are some YouTubers who got permanently banned. Copy Lane.
Copy Lane.
Here are some YouTube.
Right, so the world of independent wrestling. Where do I even begin with it? Independent wrestling has so many stereotypes and just kind of negativity that comes with it. You know, the whole hot dogs and handshake and scummy promoters and getting paid $5 in a corn dog to destroy off the 30-feet ring into glass and stuff like that. You see, a lot of stuff in indie wrestling is very overblown. It's not right. It's incorrect. It's just overblown. Like I said, it's blown out of proportion. But also, a lot of the stereotypes and thoughts that people have on indie wrestling are simply true. And indie wrestling in 2026, in parts of it can still mirror the early Wild West days of independent wrestling in the 2000s. And you just get so much carny BS. And this recent situation that has happened in the American independent wrestling scene has had me scratching my head for a whole week now. And in the last 24 to 48 hours, it's got even crazier and more baffling. I'm talking about wrestlers potentially faking a stabbing and getting wrestling banned from a venue. It is just a crazy situation. I don't know what else to say about it. Well, as it turns out, I actually do. That's why I'm doing a video right now. So leave a like in this video and let's talk about just the crazy indie wrestling situation that is going on right now. Let me make one thing clear. I love independent wrestling. I love talking about independent wrestling. I always want to try and talk about indie wrestling on this channel as much as I can. And I'm talking about this situation mainly because it's funny, but I don't necessarily like that I have to trash indie wrestling like this and that situations like this happen. But this situation is truly just crazy, and there was no way I couldn't make a video on it. I actually have partly discussed this already in my podcast this past Sunday, and that was well before anything had truly transpired, or it got even worse. It was only the first half of it all, and I thought it was over after that. So here's just a quick recap of where we started with this story and how I discussed it on my podcast in great detail. Here's that clip for you now. This tweet here from We Are Wrestling that was tweeted on March 30th details an incident that took place at a recent Ruthless Pro Wrestling independent show regarding Cruel,
or Mans Kruger, you might remember from my MLW reviews, he just lost the world title. Yeah, the tweet reads, scary incident took place over the weekend at Ruthless Pro Wrestling event on Saturday night. A quote fan stabbed cruel MLW wrestler with his knife after his watch, to which the full locker room saw the knife, came out and kicked the guy's ass and kicked him out the building. Mickey Knuckles, another pro wrestler who worked the RPW as a funny to see, confirmed that Cruel was stabbed in the abdomen. And Cruel has revealed since then that he is fine after the incident. So yeah, what you're reading is that Mans Kruger was stabbed by a bat at an indie wrestling show. That is nuts. And this video here doesn't show the stabbing, of course. I mean,
Okay. How about this? It's getting pretty close. I don't want to take too much time, so I'm going to go ahead and end it right now. All right. I will see you guys next time.